Want to just use some more. I just want to use some more logic here to explain to you one of the ridiculous reasons why I don't believe in the Book of Enoch. Okay, one of the ridiculous reasons why I don't believe in the Book of Enoch and how it doesn't match up with that of the Bible. You understand? One of them has to deal with the giants and the Nephilim, going down to between verse 6 and 7. Excuse me, let us go. Chapter 6, and it came to pass when the children of men had multiplied, that in those days were born unto them beautiful and comely daughters. And the angels, the children of heaven, saw and lusted after them, and said to one another, Come, let us choose us wives from amongst the children of men, and beget us children. And Semjaza, who was their leader, said unto them, I fear ye will not indeed agree to do this deed, and I alone shall have to pay the penalty of a great sin. And they all answered him and said, Let us all swear an oath, and all bind ourselves by mutual imprecations, not to abandon this plan, but to do this thing. Then sware they all together and bound themselves by mutual imprecations upon it. And they were in all 200, who descended in the days of Jared to the summit of Mount Hermon. And they called it Mount Hermon because they had sworn and bound themselves by mutual imprecations upon it. And these are the names of their leaders: Lazaz, their leader, Arakoba, Ramiel, Kokablel, Tamlel, Ramlel, Daniel, Ezekiel, Barak-Kijol, Sael, Armaros, Batariel, Ananel, Zachiel, Samsapiel, Tartarel, Turel, Jamjael, Sariel. These are their chiefs of tens. Chapter 7. And all of these together took with them, and all of these together with them took unto themselves wives. And each chose for themselves one, and they began to go in unto them, and to defile themselves with them. And they taught them charms and enchantments and the cutting of roots, and made them acquainted with plants. And they became pregnant, and they bare great giants, whose weight were 3,000 ells, who consumed all the acquisitions of men. And when men could no longer sustain them, the giants turned against them and devoured mankind. And they began to sin against birds, beasts, and reptiles, and fish, and to devour one another's flesh, and to drink blood. Then the earth laid accusation against the lawless ones. This is something that is very hard to believe. We're talking about 3,000 ells. Do y'all know how big 3,000 ells is? Let's take a look here. How big is 3,000 ells?
Three thousand ells is equivalent to 2.131 miles.
Wow.
3,000 liters is equivalent to 105.944 cubic feet.
Wow. Wow, people. 1,005 feet, 0.9 feet. 1,005.9 feet.
Wikipedia. In one Enoch, they were great giants, whose height was 300 cubits. A cubit being 18 inches to 45 centimeters. This would make them 450 feet tall, 137.16 meters.
So you looking at between 450 feet tall and 1,000 feet tall Nephilim that lived here on this earth. And you want me to believe that? And you want me to believe something that big has had sexual relation with human beings on the earth? The 1,005 feet is just ridiculous, all right? Let's take the smaller number, for example.
According to Wikipedia, the Renaissance Center is a group of 7 connected skyscrapers in downtown Detroit, Michigan, United States.
There's like 720 to 750 feet tall. This is how big roughly these Nephilims were, y'all people. Okay? Take a look at this now. And you want me to believe something like that had eaten on this earth, had sex with human beings on this earth. A human being ate those small squares are whole floors in which 2 human beings would have to stand on top of each other to actually meet the top of those floors. And you mean to tell me at least 2? Okay, and those are high skyscraper stores, which are bigger than the rooms in your house. So you're looking at least 3 people or more that it would take to be bigger. And we're talking about, do you understand what it would take? These people are not big enough. These people are too big to have sex with human beings. This whole story is just ridiculous.
According to Britannica, Dreadnoughtus Encyclopedia Britannica, Inc., one of the largest titanosaurs, possibly the largest according to some sources, was Dreadnoughtus. It had a total length of roughly 26 meters and an estimated mass of 59 metric tons.
So you looking at 85 feet roughly. You see how big this thing is in comparison to an elevator? I mean, an elephant. Okay? And then you looking at this thing right here wouldn't even be a wingding to something that is 700 to 1,000 feet tall, okay? You would need like a whole bowl of these things. These things would be like, I mean, these things it would be ridiculous. It would take a whole, elephant would be like a damn Skittle. You know, like a Tic Tac. You would be like a Tic Tac. You understand? And they would expect for me to believe something that big was supposed to have sex with human beings and to eat. They would have to consume and eat each other because even the size of something as big as a dinosaur would not be able to suffice them in diet. This is why I don't believe in the story of the book of Enoch.
According to Life Science, Ancient Metrics, some ancient texts say that Goliath stood at 4 cubits in a span, which Chadwick says equals about 7.80 feet to 2.38 meters, while other ancient texts claim that he towered at 6 cubits in a span, a measurement equivalent to about 11.35 feet to 3.46 meters.
Now, the biblical stories is more easier to believe. Okay, when we talked about the giants of the Bible were men that were like 7, 8 feet, anywhere from 7 to, 11 feet tall. Goliath was surmised to have been somewhere between 7 and 11 feet tall. So that's like the size of a Shaquille O'Neal or Andre the Giant or a Yao Ming. Yao Ming was like 7 feet 6 inches. You see 7-1, Taco Fall 7-6, Manute Bowl 7-7, Kareem 7-2. These men were about the size of the biblical Goliath. And that is easy to believe because we have giants walking this earth that size now. But when you go to the mythological book of Enoch to talk about that these giants was 500, 600, 700 feet, 1,000, 1,100, 1,200 feet tall, you're talking about beings that are the size of 2 of the Empire State Buildings large, and you would want me to believe that these beings had sex with human beings. It came down to the earth and had sex with human beings. That's crazy. That is crazy and it's ridiculous. I don't believe it.